Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So I bought this Hyde monster action figure quite a while ago, and he's been sitting on my floor waiting for me to do a review on him. And I've kind of have a little bit of buyer's remorse. So we're going to take a look at him. Maybe he's cooler than I'm expecting. Maybe he's not. So we'll have fun checking it out. In the meanwhile, let me go ahead and open up my YouTube app to make sure that I can read your guys' comments on my other device. Open. There it is. See, it's crazy. Sometimes it works right away, which is awesome. Other times it takes so long to find the video. So I'm kind of glad that it found it right away. Hey, Jason, thanks for being here. Charles, thanks for being here. And let's go ahead and get this guy open and see what he's all about. So, Steady B, thanks for being here. All right, so here he is. I got him from Big Bad Toy Store. And it shows you can pose them different ways with bald head or shirt on, shirt off, even a hat. So different things. It's from Loose Collectors, I think is the name of the company. And he does look very Hulk-like-ish. Now I did get the standard grade version. Standard grade. And at first I was kind of afraid to open it. So I thought, if I open this, I'd have this buyer's remorse already. It might go for less just because of that. But then I listened to the box, and you can hear there's loose parts in there, and this box is really thin. I'm thinking, you know, I should at least open it to make sure it's all safe and good inside there. So let's check him out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is completely awesome. Steady B said he's already seen a review on him. So let's scope this guy out. Nope. Now, what's kind of funny about this now that's really odd. If you take a look, there's actually two spots right here that have little creature things, but I don't see them in the package. Now, I did see on Big Bad Toy Store they had those shown on a special edition version, but I guess in this case he was not included with this. That's weird too. It's got a spot for a head, so I'm guessing there must be another version that has an extra head too. So this must not be the full, complete, exclusive version, which is kind of a bummer, you know, that they would have spots still on the plastic, but you don't get them included. No. Oh, he is big and beefy. All right, so here is... That is one heck of a load of muscle. Crazy, crazy. Wow. His articulation works really well. I cannot believe how easy that rotates around. All right, let's decide what head we want. Now, he does come with extra hands and a hat and a shirt. He's very Hulk-like-ish, and it's funny that he has green clothes but skin color. So you can see this head here. This head here looks very Hulk-like, but he has the sharp teeth. Look, I could put a light on here. Let's get a light on, man. There we go. And you can see he's got really sharp teeth. And I'm not a huge fan of the way this one's painted, but I kind of like the way this head's painted better. The teeth don't look quite as crazy. And I suppose you got to use the bald head for the hat anyway, so... Trying to figure out which way this hat goes on. It's got like a little catch piece right there. So I'm guessing it goes this way. And I bet you it goes under his brow. No, it doesn't make any sense. I guess it just goes like that. There's a small little wrinkle in his head right there, and it seems to hook onto that wrinkle right there. Yep, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And let's put his little bean head on there. That is a tight fit. Okay, let me go ahead and drop this head in the water because I do not want to ruin it. Now he has these extra hands too, so if you want to go with some creepy hands, you could also use these as well. And you can see the Hulk has hands kind of similar to that too. Not exactly, but sort of similar. Kind of the growling hands. Yeah, he is massively thick. That is just crazy. All right, let's get that head out of the hot water. It's nice and rubbery now. Burp. Now that is an awfully small head for that massive, huge... Well, that's funny. It's soft right now. Rah, 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 rah. That's hilarious. All right. So again, you're probably wondering why I spent money on this guy. There was a couple reasons. One, I was thinking obviously for some kind of custom, because I'm not going to use him as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but to make him into a Titus custom, which would be a crazy Titus custom, or a creature that escaped from the slime pit, he'd make a cool slime pit monster too, because he's just so massively huge. Or even that one He-Man that was full power from that new cartoon. That would be crazy too. All right, let's go and break down the articulation. First, we have toe articulation. Burp, burp, burp. Then we have ankle articulation. We have double jointed knees, which, like I said before, I don't mind double jointed knees. They're okay. Then we have a thigh cut. Not a fan of those, but oh well. Then we have his upper hip movement. Then we have his waist that turns. We have an ab crunch. Just laughing because those abs are just ridiculous. And then we have shoulder. I'll start at the front here. We have a wrist movement. Single elbow. Look at this. He's got a single elbow, but they got the bicep perfect. It actually arcs in front and arcs at the top. Now that is the way to make a muscle look cool. And look, it fits right into the articulation without damaging the way the bicep looks. That is some nice work. Even the curvature of this is great. And there's no pins. So that is really cool. He has a bicep twist. And then he has his shoulder movements. A little harder to do, but that's okay because he's holding something heavy. You don't want it to keep falling all the time. All right. And then, of course, his head moves like this and like this. So there's lots of head movement. And that is one crazy looking figure. Now, it's funny. It'd be pretty hard to put He-Man armor on him. I think even if I used the He-Man armor from the 12-inch He-Man, I don't think that would actually fit around him. I guess I could grab some and take a look. All right. You guys wait right here. I'm going to go grab some 12-inch He-Man armor just to see how close it is. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with some 12-inch He-Man Giant armor. I got a couple different things here. I have the green Skeletor armor. I have a kind of bluish unpainted He-Man armor. And then I have a jetpack here that's blue. And I got the battle axe, which won't do any good because his hand has no holes, no way to hold it. But I do have that other battle axe that I created. We'll see if it fits in here. All right, let's start with the jetpack. That's probably the easiest. Oh yeah, there is no way. I guess you could fit it around his waist. You know what? Let's just start with the He-Man armor. Let's just see how close this even is. All right, you got that. Oh, that is a long ways off. So you probably could take and make something to continue the straps. Because you can get it to touch. But it's not in the center of his chest. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So that kind of limits some of my customizing options then. Alright, let's check out his waist and see if his waist can use at least the Skeletor loincloth here. What the heck? Ah, I got a defective one. That's funny, I didn't even notice that. But it does fit all the way around, so you could put some weird little loincloth thing on him. And if it wasn't broken, you could get to the first notch. So that's cool. I can't believe that. Look at that. Look at that. And of course I bought it from the guy so long ago, there's no way I can get a refund, but I could figure out some way to hold that together, but I can't believe it actually fits around his waist. So you could stick him in the He-Man world somehow by sticking at least the Skeletor armor on him that way. And again, you could close his back and then figure out a way to stretch this, which I have stretched the armors before to fit. Let me show you one that I stretched. Yeah, I just look weird though. Even if you were, because it's just shaped strange. Anyway, let me grab my giant Hulk. Hey, Red Foreman, thanks for the tip. I really appreciate it. Mr. Hyde from Marvel Comics. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. I just know the Mr. Hyde from the books. So here's one of my Hulks that I have that I did use the Skeletor armor on, and you could see I could not get it to close, so I had to use a rubber band in the back. And then here, it's just ready to come undone at any second. A couple taps with your finger will probably go pop and pop off his thing, but I wanted to somehow get him into the He-Man world, so I figured using the Skeletor armor would do that. this guy's heavy. He's just so dense. All right, it's time to grab my scale and do some weighing. Mr. Hyde, yes, the autocorrect. When I first made this video, it had the word hide in it, like hide and go seek. Hold on a second. I forgot all the scale. That's right, I was gonna weigh stuff. All right, I have my AccuPost scale here. I'll just put him on the floor for now until I weigh him in. There we go. Stay there, Hulk. All right, so let's go and do some weighing of the Hulks. And then we'll put Mr. Hyde on the scale. So he is just under a pound. He is over a pound and a half, a pound and 11 ounces. He is almost 2.5 pounds. Crazy, crazy. And he is over 3.5 pounds. So even though this one does weigh more, he is quite a bit bigger. But for the size of this guy, he weighs a lot. He has a lot of dense material in him. He's angry because there is no toilet. There's no toilet. I need a toilet. That's funny. All right, let me go ahead and grab some other figures and let's check it out in comparison. Oh, too much stuff. All right. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, man. Okay, so he's over 3.5 pounds, which makes sense because he is mighty beefy. All right, let's compare him to Doomsday. Doomsday! Now, Doomsday, as you know, is one of my favorite figures that they made because he's just built so well. And he is bigger than Doomsday. His fist looks a little bigger too. Let's see if his Doomsday's battle axe fits in his hand. Oh, a little bit too big to fit in there. So if I was going to have to do this, I have to remake the battle axe. It would work, just requires more sanding. So I could put a battle axe in his hand. I just have to sand off these tips deeper to fit. And I'm not going to ruin this battle axe because this one already works with Doomsday. So I know it sounds funny to give Doomsday a battle axe, but again, I like to stick my figures into the He-Man world, and to do that, I have to give them He-Man props. So Doomsday gets a battle axe. If I stick it on there right. There we go. Oh! All right, comparison to my makeshift, what's this guy's name? Megator, which is actually made from a Hulk body. Hey, I'm missing a figure. No, I'm missing my Hulk custom. What do you do with all these toys and cool displays? Aaron, that's a good question. I like to do a lot of stop motion stuff, as some of you guys have seen. And that's mostly what I like to do. But sometimes I show them to my grandkids, make videos, all kinds of other stuff. Trying to recapture my childhood that won't ever happen. Kind of depressing. But that's okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab the other Hulk figure. Oh, I forgot how cool he looked. Now he's in my hands. Ugh. Here is my Titus Hulk. You can see I gave him Titus's wrist cuffs and armor, and then made a battle axe just like I did for the other one, but made it look more worn and beat up. I know, the Hulk doesn't need a battle axe, but it looks cool. And so compared to this, Hulk, he is quite a bit beefier. I mean, look at that. If I was to measure that, that's just crazy. Now this Hulk here is made from a couple different Hulks. It's not just the standard Hulk. I swapped out the head and then used parts from Titus. All right. So Mr. Hyde looks pretty cool. And again, it's just crazy how much he looks like the Incredible Bulk, except not green. Even a ripped up shirt. And I'm sure he's made from a small guy originally. Now this is made of like a harder type plastic, so I could see it cracking really easy if you're not careful. I mean, it is a little flexible on the edges here, but you can feel it's kind of sharp. It's not soft like this is. All right. Charles Pruitt says he's so awesome. I'm still on the fence though. He might be on the chopping block sooner than later. So if he does, you guys will see him on eBay. Usual bids, probably starting $1 like I usually do. I mean, he is cool to a point, but I just don't know. I just don't know. If I knew how I was going to use him specifically, what kind of custom I was going to make, I'd probably hang on to him. But I don't see how he fits into my world that I have here already have created. If the armor would fit him, maybe. I don't know. The muscles are out of this world, though. That is just so crazy. Maybe if his pants are removable, so then I could put something else on him, so like he has tore up pants, then he could fit more into the He-Man world. I mean, I know that my my Hulk has tore up pants, but he doesn't actually have. Well, he does have back pockets, but he doesn't really have the zipper too easily seen in the front or anything else. So it could be any kind of pants, except for the back pockets kind of give it away. But that he's an Earth creature. Yep, he's got back pockets, belt loops, big old button in front. Bad case of scoliosis. That is funny. Let's see. Loose Collector is supposed to make a Legendary Heroes line and a pit figure. Wow. Ram Man head. That could look kind of cool, sticking a Ram Man head on him. I wonder how it looked though, because the Ram Man head mounts on the top. His head mounts like Beastman's head does, kind of on the inside with a hanging down so it fits on there. So it may be kind of strange putting Ram Man's head on there, but let's give it a shot. I first got to move the monsters of the universe. They're in the way. He makes Beastman look puny. Okay. There's Ram Man. I can see him from here. You gotta admit that would make a pretty huge Ram Man. You know what? Ram Man also has his head shaped like that. It might work. It just might work. Oh, that's a long ways from fitting. Yeah, if you got that on there, I think his neck would be just a little bit too big for that head, and you'd have to probably change the skin tone a little bit. And I have to probably Dremel the hole out of his head a little bit too. It would be kind of interesting though. Let me just change the camera angle a little bit so you guys can kind of see what that looked like. My light's dying. Time for the next light. There we go. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the way that paint looks. You can see how far down his chin goes to cover his neck piece. I don't think Ram Man's head would go down far enough. Alright, let's try to do a hand swap. Yeah, I'll probably have to heat it up. I don't want to ruin him yet. But you gotta admit though, I mean, he has to come across Ram Man. One good punch, he'd be toasted. Or if he was to bop Ram Man on the head, how much force would it take to squish Ram Man down back into a little spring? Boom. Oh. Ram Man, no. Alright. I still have one figure to pull out to compare. I guess I would have a dark side out, don't I? I guess the dark side over here is way more imposing. Okay, how about the monkey? Let's pull out the monkey. Ugh. The yellow monkey. Bump, bump, bump. Yellow monkey. Now that could be quite the fight. Even though this guy's huge and muscle bound, remember that monkeys' muscles are stronger than human muscles, not just because of their size, but because of their, like, I guess their density, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But basically, that's so weird the way that arm works. I love the way they did that bicep. It's perfect. I mean, huge, but perfect the way they did it. So much better than Masterverse, the way they have them go into the arm and then chopped off here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who'd win the fight? The big yellow monkey or Mr. Hyde? You can have Hyde break He-Man's back. Yeah, he is like Bane, kind of, isn't he? Did I lose that hat already? Where is that hat? Oh well, I'll find it later. Monkey wouldn't even break a sweat. He needs his weapon now. He has his big axe, right? Monkey with an axe. Now I forgot this guy. Oh, Gygor, right? That's right. Gygor. And the primates of the universe. It's this guy with no armor and just his bare fists in his green pants. Oh, whap. Oh. And the monkey grabs him from the back. Oh, throws him down, starts jumping on him. Chop. Oh. That's some serious monkey trouble. Okay. I know, lame puns. All right. That's all I have. Just the monkey in the Darth Vader helmet fighting a big, giant, muscle-bound dude. He kind of does like something from Primal Rage. That was a fun game. George. Lizzie. Who else was in there? All right, I guess, you know, I didn't even put a classics next to him. Where is my classic? Oh, classic He-Man's getting beat up over there by Chun-Li. I forgot about that. Hoya! She's doing her super kick up move on him, but I do have a Skeletor over here. So we can compare the size of the classics. I guess I got to do that. There we go. You know, it could be kind of a fun storyline to say that Beastman got transformed into a muscle-bound human. That could be kind of a fun storyline. Because with the chops on the side there, he does look like he could be Beastman or something. Being Beastman has all the fur everywhere. And he's got the sharp canine teeth like Beastman has. So you can see Beastman transforming wop, 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 into this humanoid, muscle-bound creature. Crazy. Oh! Beastman rang that bell again. Alright, you guys. That is all that I have. Primal Rage is the Atari arcade game. Yes. You know, I might think of a different game. I don't know. I think I've seen... Primal Rage game is like the one that's like Street Fighter, right? And they also had one where they would destroy the monster. Oh, the monsters that destroy the city too. So I think I was confusing those two. Skeletor looks like his puppet. Yep, all this time, little did you know, Skeletor is being controlled by this giant muscle-bound guy. No! They didn't break my scale. This Hyde can't hide. Too big. What if Skeletor turned Man-at-Arms into a roided Hyde to break He-Man's back? That would be bad. Crazy, crazy. Yep, so many storylines. So many ways you can go. Especially he has green pants. It's like he ripped his Man-at-Arms pants. Man, I just love the way that fits in there so perfectly. Boop. I mean, that has to be the coolest. It's the best part of the whole figure, right there. The forearm to the muscle and only having a single joint instead of double jointed. It's perfect. Perfect, I tell you. Not a fan of the toe crunch. I mean, yes, I could see it comes in handy if you're going to make them run or something, you know. But for the most part, there's not a lot the toe crunch can do. Now, if you're talking about a martial arts figure, it's good to have that for the kicking feature, but I don't know. I guess it works. Oh, it's doing the Hawaiian punch. All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys next video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.